Hi, my name is Matthew Moreira with Allocate Realty Group, and today I wanted to talk about the buyer process once we go under contract, what the next steps will be, and I want to do it line by line. So the first one I want to talk about is once we go under contract, the first thing that we need to get is we need to get the monies. What do I mean monies? We need to get the due diligence fee and the earnest money deposit, which we negotiated when we were doing the contract. It's very important that we get this money in a timely manner. And one of the reasons is, for example, the due diligence fee. If we don't give the due diligence fee once they accept the offer of the contract, that means that the seller would have a right to terminate because they could consider the contract's not fully executed because, we're in breach because we never gave the due diligence fee. So it's very important that, once we go under contract, we get these things taken care of. The next thing that we do once we go under contract is we're gonna set up inspections. Now, the typical inspections that you see people get are gonna be a general inspection, a termite inspection, and then a radon inspection. Now, a lot of times what will happen too is we'll get a general inspection and they might point something out that they're not specialized in but noted something wrong. For example, there's an outlet that's not working. So if they point that out, what we'll want to do is we're going to have a second inspection with an electrician so he can go into a more in-depth look at what's wrong with that issue. Or for example, if there's a leak, we might want to call a plumber out there, a licensed plumber, so they can check that out and look farther into that. So when we get inspections, typically we'll start with those three, but there could be many more other inspections. And now something I just want to remind you again here, during this due diligence period that we're doing these types of things, it's not a requirement of the seller to make any repairs here in North Carolina. And it says it in the contract that the home is being sold as is, but we do have customs here where we'll ask for such, sometimes we'll ask for things to be repaired or a credit in lieu of repairs. The next thing that we want to confirm while we're under contract within our due diligence period is going to be the appraisal. We want to make sure that the home appraises. Now, what happens if the home doesn't appraise in the case when someone's getting a loan? Either one, the buyer will have to come up with the appraisal gap or the difference in appraisal from contract price. And what it will be is just, added to the down payment. Two, we could try to negotiate for the seller to, drop the price to the appraised value. They are not required to do this. This is, and I just want to point out again, the contract says house is being sold as is. There's not a contingency in North Carolina for them they have to drop the price. What I see sometimes, if it's within a couple thousand, a lot of times they'll just drop the price to get it moving. The third thing that happens a lot is, there's going to be some kind of negotiating, maybe where they meet in the middle. If there's a $10,000 price difference, maybe they come down $5,000, the buyer brings an additional $5,000 to closing. That's more likely, what we'll see happen with this. The next thing that we want to confirm is with the closing attorney, we want to make sure that all the title work has been done, that we can't get title searched, that there's no defects, and we want to get this confirmed within the due diligence period. Typically, the lawyers will be pretty fast. The one who orders the title work in the event that someone's getting a loan, it will be the lender. So again, you want to make sure that the lender's on top of getting the appraisal. You want to make sure that the lender is on top of ordering the title work. Once we've figured out repairs, we've figured out the home's appraised, we've gotten the title work back, we're good to move on to the next step, which is waiting to close. So once we get past that due diligence period, the next thing that we're going to want to have scheduled is we're going to want to do a final walkthrough on the property. We want to make sure that the seller's out of the property, it's in the condition that you're going to receive once the house is closed. And we just want to walk through, we want to confirm that nothing was broken when they moved out. We want to make sure that there was no holes in the wall that maybe we didn't see before, and just confirm that what you expect the house to look like it looks like on that final walkthrough. When we go to closing, what we also do is ahead of time, we want to confirm to make sure that the loan package is there, that the lender has sent the loan package to the closing attorney. We're going to want to make sure we've already reviewed the HUD or the closing disclosure, make sure all the numbers look good, there's nothing missing, there's no credit missing that maybe we negotiated, all the due diligence fee, earnest money is correctly put on there. So we just want to confirm those facts. And then, once that's done, go to the signing table. Once you sign the documents, this can be a little tricky sometimes. If you do new construction, a lot of times the way that the new home builder will see it, if all the money is at the lawyer, your down payment or your cash to close, the lender's money that they're lending you is at the attorney's, they're okay to give the keys. The way that a lot of people do when they're selling an existing home, they want to wait until the house records. So this typically can take up to 2 hours after all the paperwork is signed. So for example, if you closed at 4:30, it might not record that day and it might be the next day. And so if you're expecting keys, you might not want to schedule closing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because most likely you'll receive the keys the next day unless you work something out with the seller otherwise. But I always like to set that expectation that, it takes 2 hours to record, and typically that's when you're going to receive the key. So I just wanted to do a quick video about how the transaction looks like and what each step is going to be like.